Okay, so so today, where do we leave off? Um, we built this freaking thing, and it's kind of cool because like we're we're tapping into things that is pretty advanced. So so let's suppose that the ก็ client นะก็ develop ตัวของ commenting system นะตัวหนึ่งตา right? And that the yung consideration is like a more thumbs up rating, no, right? So what you have here is you have a one to many relationship because you got one comment here, then the more a lot of like thumbs up here, right? And maybe what you want to do is you want to also track who is thumbs upping some of these things, right? So it maybe just be a one to many relationship. What you don't want to do is you don't want to create one record or one field or something like that and start incrementing the number because then that's not a lot of data that you're saving, right? You want to collect as much data as possible reasonably, right? So if something thumbs up here, you might want to say, hey, who's thumbs upping my shit? Eventually, you want to keep track of that. And then that also helps you to count how many thumbs up there are, right? So cái chúng ta lúc table support có hard new requirement nó có thumbs up biết là work on nó chúng có tại sao nó what you want to do is you want to create what you have here is you only have two records here. You got the entity, which is this thing up here, and then you only have the comment. That's it. You don't. What you need is you need a comment rating or comment liked, something like that. Let's just create a new comment. Let's just click comment like comment or comment liked, something like that. Like, and then like plural is gonna be likes. So create. We're just gonna try to move quickly through this. You know what this is. Add security. Let's tell about the data. We're just gonna start from scratch, right? So this time, let's just not try to use the database for it. And let's just say, okay, so we know that we want to save a user, right? We want to say, okay, created by, created on, and um, I don't know, maybe we want to say modified by too. Well, I don't know. Hmm, maybe just not do modified or modified. There's too many bullshit going on. It's like created by and then created on. This is like a date, right? So maybe that's useful. Created by is the user, created on is the time and date. So when you click on the like, that's all you're doing is you're liking it. It adds a record. It creates a record. Right? But you still want to map this, right? So you still want to map this to a record, to a comment. So you got comment and then comment rating. So you can say one comment can have many ratings, right? So you can have one comment can have many ratings. So okay, you got ID here, but you still need to reference the actual table that you're using, right? So maybe you just want to do a new choice list here. So add choice list field here. Maybe you might want to do no, that's not where we want to do it. I just want to do a comment ID and just do an integer here. Oop, oop. This is date time. Comment ID. This is an integer, and we're going to see if we can map. Um, no, it's not it here. Oh, this is interesting. So you can add multiple fields in there. So enter a number between 1 and 20. Um, comment ID here. Let's go to next. Here we can apply the relationship between this. We can say um, new relationship, and we can say I see comment. Right. We're trying to attach the comment. This comment over to the comment ID. Right. Comment liked. Right. So this many comment likes to one comment, basically. Okay. So this makes sense. So we call this relationship, well, there's another user here, which doesn't make a lot of sense here. Um, it's going to try to create another user table or something, right? Which, this is not really that. Maybe just trash this one for now. Let's use a comment. Let's name this one. Let's name this one. Mini comment like like to one comment. Click OK. It's gonna get next. And as you can tell, right, we got many likes here to one comment. And this thing here that indicates the relationship, I think we're good. Save changes. So every time a user clicks on it, it captures the dates and the username. It captures when the user clicked on it, as well as the user, and then as well as what comment did the user like, right? It's interesting because like there's users here, but this user here is this is actually a data model that was created by it's created for the a different application here, right? Oh, so actually, you know what? The source could be Appian users. So we really have to get used to this, right? Okay, boom, right there. All right. So we have to learn how to use the user um, data source here. So all Appian users. Okay. So because they're all Appian users, we map this relationship here to user here, create a date here. Ideally, what we should have done for comments, though, we should have made sure that this um, this comment section here, the text here, actually contained the user who commented. Here it has a text here. If only we could modify this and say user. Yes, we can. That's awesome. Create it, edit anyways. We're just gonna do it. You know, screw it. We're just gonna use it. And we're gonna add all of this. Right? Boom. But there's this guy we don't really need. And then we also have created by user. Right, this makes sense. And then we have entity here. So here, this makes a lot more sense now. We're going to save this. Just keep in mind, well, we're saving a user to the database, right? So Appian knows how to deal with that. Let's sync this data here. Let's do a full sync. Hopefully, yeah, checks out. Great. And now let's sync the like here as well. See if there's any issue here. Boom. We got everything syncing here. Okay. So as you can tell, like there's comment like here, and in this comment user, well, this comment record here, there's also user here as well. So this structure here makes sense, right? So now let's go to entity to see what's going on with the entity. So basically, entity is just a freaking placeholder for like potentially things that, you know, things that would make sense later on. Could be a post, could be an image. But so you have this data structure here. And then what you have now is you have more data than ever. Let's go to previewing um, this data here. So user one, two, these are not really like actual users, right, in the system. But it tends to locate that user. The forms might blow up. Right? For instance, let's try to see if this would blow up. It's still okay. It's not too bad. So let's suppose that we drill down into this. Okay, we want to pull the user from this. Let's see. We still have users created by here. Let's go to test here. Let's see. And this is still text. There's something wrong with this. Might run into some issues. Right. So we have to be careful about this. Um, there's this rule here. We're gonna make sure that this rule here is pulling the right data. All comments here. As you can tell, this is highly nested. Let's check this out. ID not found. See, there's a problem there. Well, it's not really a big deal. Just keep in mind that look how nested this is, right? You got this function here. I mean, you got this query record here that's being called by this test recursion here. That's being called by specific recursion here, right? That's being called by this image here, this image comment here. So this is nested. So just think about like tụm nó nhớ tó chấp lại mà giờ tụm nó hú tụm nó mà giờ tụm nó hú tụm nó mà giờ tụm nó mà hú tụm nó hả, right? So the more flow layer she chong cái mà đi design to của nó, right? Mà đi design to của nó. So just keep that in mind, yeah, you got to really think about breaking down, make a problem into something smaller, right? Learn to break your problems down. And then that's how you can design something cool like this, right? So idea is now that we have the data structure for likes, right? For likes, we can implement a solution for it now. Comment likes, right? So the map relationship not that, right? So whenever we get a comment, we can actually reference. Here's the thing: is let's add. You know what? Think about it is you can show relationships related to a record here. Boom. So no, our application is not supposed to be this complicated. Comment system, no, but because all these other applications I need to tie into a user here, right? Really, uh, They tie in, you know. So that's kind of why it doesn't make a lot of like there's a lot going on here, right? So our part of the commenting application, just keep in mind that they're commenting here. These three things up here are just like these three things that need to be connected, you know. These three things are what we built only for like the commenting system. But you know, we could tie the commenting system to like even like you know every one of these, right? Depending on what we want to apply the commenting system to. Right. So okay, so let's continue this. This whole picture here just gives you like how things are connected together. So kalau organization dona right? Potentially but here we're just doing something small, right? Okay, so now let's now that we have this, right? What we want to do is we want to like create an action here. I want to generate record action here. And just generate it, you know. I almost don't think that we need this, but we do need the process model that they create, which is like kind of easier. We could create our own for sure, for sure. We could create our own, but um, ideally, you know, we probably want, you know, we probably if they can just create it for us, it's easier for us, you know. Like for example, this one right here. This process model right here, it writes to a record, right? It already writes to what we need it to. 전압에 그랬던 대신 너무 거듭가는 것보다 chain event, so that's kind of cool. So it's got a record type here, right? Record like here. If we need this, we could always create any of these, you know, the way that we want it to. But since that we have this already, we know that, okay, so when you click on the like button here, you click on this like button, then it sends information into this process model here, right? And it just creates, uh, it basically just adds a record to it, right? Um, so what you could do as well is you could say, oh, what we must do is actually we have to pull the likes here from the database up here, right? So because you have comments here, right? And more comment like inside of here too. What we have to do is we have to make sure that we query it in here. Right, so let's go there. Because these are all connected together. Record type. Now we can utilize it. We can say I see comment like. Oh shit! What the fuck? What the comment like dot relationship. Actually, not relationship, but we're just gonna do like a. We're just gonna do comment like. Yeah. Or actually, you know what? Oh wait, we could do a I see comment and we can do a relationship here. And then we can do just that. We'll see this what this returns. So as you can tell, you got the comment like here ready. So this field here is ready. This is bit more need data. You don't know that. Right? That's why you don't see anything yet. But all of these are not populating here. You know, let's suppose that we did have it. We would have things pop up in here. All right. So we got this thing working already very quickly, right? And so let's do this. Let's do a test to this. Let's try to pull this data. See what we got in here. Oh, we don't have anything coming through here yet. All right. So, but we know that we got this, right? And we know that if we run this test, 34, we got something here, 0 items. But we still got 0 items coming through here. Now let's say, for example, if we do this test interface, we got some comment come through here, but do we have any comments? Do we have any? Yeah, we still have this. We have this now. This is good actually, right? And then when we go to actually use this here, right? Now that we're loading this back up, let's see what's going on here. Yeah. So now we are actually pulling this information here. So within here, we can get into this like button here, and we can tap into it. So um, so let's do this here. Let's go RI, right? This, and then we go comment, right? And we go I see. Right here, right? Pretty much we could just do a sum of this, right? And we got 0 now because we're taking the sum of nothing, right? So let us imagine that we did have something in here, right? Let's go to this page here. Let's test this now. So yeah, we got 0 here, right? Because we're not we haven't clicked on this, or we haven't created a function to actually utilize clicking on this thumbs up here, right? So let's find the thumbs up here. Thumb up, then O up. Okay. So it's a dynamic link here. Keep that in mind. We're going to run a process here. And we're going to do a Appian save into, and we're going to do a start process here. So keep in mind that the record that we're trying to create here is comment like, or we're really trying to create a comment like here. Is that right? And so as you can tell here, when I click into this, I see all of these, right? So it's important for me to know at the of course I'm creating comment here, but keep in mind I still have the comment ID in here, and this is the one that I need to change. Oh, what the hell? I keep hitting the wrong. Dot field, right? Comment ID. It's this guy here, and these things are not correct. I see. Comment like, and this still has field created by, actually just created on, and well, you know what? I'm just going to copy this. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to copy this here. This one is created created by logged in user, comment ID, and I believe that is it, right? So you only have comment ID. So you basically just 3 of these, right? And so we know that this process here, we have to create a process for it. So we know that we generated some processes here, right? So this would have to be a sort of, we're just going to steal this one here. And we're just going to say that we want to, pass a parameter here. It says comment like into here, and did you just save these, huh? Right. So we're gonna utilize that one. That one is actually called IC create update comment like. So here, remember we have to create a constant here for these. Process model comment like, right? We're just gonna do this. Process model, and we're gonna say IC comment like here, right? So we're gonna save this. We're gonna get this, and we're gonna use it inside of here. And we're gonna keep this comment like, but you know our constant's supposed to be this guy now, right? and so this time around, we're gonna be calling for this guy, and start process. So every time you click on this thumbs up, it's gonna kick off this process here. Okay. Comment like here, we gotta make sure that our process model is in alignment with this. It's actually just called record, you know? Like you should probably name this something comment like, something like that. Right. Okay. I'm gonna save and publish this. Oh, fudge. So, you know, it's saying that, okay, so we got conflict with this. You know, we're just gonna clear this. We don't need it. Right. We're gonna look at this, and we're just gonna clear this. We don't really need this. Right. And this is actually called comment like. Right. We'll keep this. Then we're just gonna save and publish this. We don't really care about the form that was associated with this, because all we want to do is we want to kick this off just by whenever the user clicks on a rich text here. All right, so let's, for the heck of it, you know, sometimes you just get into testing it and developing it right away. Boom. Nothing happens. Let me refresh it. Still nothing happens. Click on here. Test. Still nothing happens. Let's go check monitor our process here. So it's actually doing something here. Yeah, you know, it's doing something. Perhaps maybe it's created an empty record. We're gonna have to inspect this. So let's go to the data model here. Let's see if it's writing anything here. Yeah, it is. And it's actually leaving the like. It's a comment ID here. It's 35. So if you were to check this, right, you say, okay, this is comment ID, right? We got 2 objects in here now, right? Oh, then it must be, it has to be our sum function, right? So let's try to find our sum function. Is here, right? Comment guy here, and if we're taking the sum of this nation, sum is like adding it, right? So len is not right either. Maybe it's the length of this. It should be the length of this. Yeah, so it's really the length of it. Save this, and we'll refresh this page again. And now there's two, right? So down here, let me click this once, and then let me refresh it. There you go. So this is kind of cool because let me click on this a couple times. I'm like, I'm spamming. Oh, shit. You can't, you can't really attempt to run a smart service too many times, like probably by the same user. I don't know. You might, um, yeah, something wrong there. Hold on. Plus here, if I'm clicking it twice too many times. All right, this is an interesting error here. An error occurred while executing a save expression evaluation. Attempt to run a smart service, run a second smart service, but only one smart service can be run per expression evaluation. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting because uh, even though Appian is kind of cool and great, you still have limits as to you know how many times you can execute your. Oh, notice that now it only goes up to 10. So test interface here. Yeah, this is interesting because okay, so the reason why it only goes up to 10 is really because the limit is actually only 10. That kind of sucks because then we have to use another different approach to like calculating, right? The thing is we're relying on returning the number of like, you know, the number of records per. These are nested records, by the way, right? Yeah, the whole database by the number Charlie 10. Look, data preview here. You're not gonna be able to see all of it. You only see two records here. But if you were to go to list here and let's see how many records we got in here. Right, there's like 22 records here, right? So there's another approach to like generating this IC comet like but we know that it works. It works pretty cool, right? So if we were to like really build this out to be extremely professional or something, then we could explore like, okay, so how do we pull other data in, right? We could definitely pull. We could definitely get the total number of likes here. I mean, we could also set to where only one user, a unique user, can like this at a time. Like if you liked it before, you can't like it again, right? Also, this is not real time, right? So like okay, so we got a few functions and features here. That's kind of cool. Yay, we got likes to work, sorta. Right, I'm just gonna save these two. Comment save, test this. Hey, look, that's kind of cool, dude. So like, so I noticed that these two were what I was working with, right? What I was liking, right? But these new ones don't have any likes, so let's like them. Let's like this one. But what you really want is you want to say once you click on this, the number 9 or something like that, right? We could potentially do that and give it a fake. It's like kind of like a fake visual um, something. Every time that you click on this, it just add something to it, you know. But I mean, then again, big implementation, no? It's not like perfect implementation because like again, Appian limits this only to 10. That's why I'm only seeing 10 here. We have to go another route to provide another data to get this data somewhere and pass it into this a separate way so that it's not nested, you know. Okay. So I guess in the next video, what we could do is we could like when you click on well, okay, so let's revisit a reply again. Testing to see if we like reply functionality. All right. Reply, comment saved. How does that feel? I mean, how does it feel, you know? Comment saved. I guess it's okay. It's good because it tells me that, hey, comment is saved. Boom. You know, it doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel too bad. Okay, click on the like here. How does that feel? Like I'm missing something. I'm missing some tactile feedback, haptic feedback, right? Until I refresh the page. The next time if I click on this thumbs up, what I really wanted to do is maybe increment this one up one. And depending on how many records I really have, I want this to count that. I don't want it to limit to 10, right? So we have to resolve this later. Like I'm clicking on this many times, right? And we can tell we have more records than that because if you go to list, edit list, you got about 41 records here. Hey, at some time, at some point, my email is listed here. That's fucked up. Okay, anyways, that's it for this video of the awesome reply mechanical reply system.